John in Minneapolis. Hey, John, what's on your mind today?
Yeah, I just wanted to say, as far as the separation between people, I think it really goes back to a philosophy, the philosophy of materialism and capitalism that's been, fostered has been lobbed onto us and pushed onto us for literally decades. And I think that it's so extreme, and it's just as extreme, I would say, as the materialism of Marxists, that all history is defined by a very simplistic formula, and we're all just individuals. We have no connection with each other, and I think that a movement that really is pushing back against that is Standing Rock and the American Indians. I think that they have within their culture and their philosophy an idea of how the individual relates to the group, which we've lost. And I think I've been reading recently Nikolai Berdyaev and some of the Russian intellectuals that have gone through this whole process of positivism, idealism, Marxism, and then back to their orthodoxy and their religious roots, and trying to understand their connection between, Western civilization and their own struggles with materialism. And it's just fascinating. And I think that we Jean-Jacques Rousseau, we need to study him. We need to go back to understanding what it is really what it means to be a human being, and how we relate to one another. And I think that capitalism just simplifies everything and is so superficial, and it really alienates. I would say most people. Some people maybe that really is who they are, but it alienates us. And it's destroying the essence of what it is to be a human being.
Yeah, well, let me take it a step beyond that, John. We are wired to be community creatures. We're wired to interact with each other. And this is, I mentioned this to David. The aha that I got on the airplane yesterday was that if I interrupted this kid sitting next to me, a young man sitting next to me who was playing chess on his phone, and then I had two flights, one from Minneapolis to Chicago and the other from Chicago here to D.C. And in both cases, the person sitting next to me was, had their face just buried in the screen. And the plane was silent, essentially. Everybody had their faces buried on a screen. And what people are diving into increasingly is social media, Twitter and Facebook in particular, that we thought were places for community. We thought were places to get that human connection. But now our participation is being data mined so that very specific ads, micro-targeted ads, can be sent to us on behalf of everything from politicians to corporations who are selling products. And, we're left with this little fragment of what looks like community where we can kind of keep in touch with each other. And but it's even our community has become corporatized. And what's the end point of this? Your thoughts?
There isn't no end point, because there's nothing more depraved, I would say, than the end of capitalism. I think that's what we're looking at. And so everything, every relationship, everything is up for grabs, and they feel a need to turn it into money in some way.
Yeah,
it's sad.
Well, that's and that's you're right. Capitalism. There you go. John, thank you for the call.